Hi, this is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. Today we're going to continue our series on knowing your body, and the title of this one is Seizures. Seizures happen because of misfiring of neurons in your brain that are showing a disconnect. Okay, they disconnect because there is something going on in your life. Okay, so let's just say, for example, that you have had a traumatic experience, okay, such as an injury, all right, and you are not sure, how to handle it. So you're stressing about it, you're thinking about it so much, and it's causing so many problems in your life. Stress can cause sickness, it can cause seizures, it can cause all kinds of different things for your body to go through. So how do we know if we're going to have one? Well, the first thing that happens is that our body will start experiencing little like moving, which is like tremors. Okay, so I'm going to show you or discuss with you the correlation between the earth and our body, okay, and us, and how. So my examples are going to be like using earthquakes, okay, and it really does show you how our body responds to seizures, okay. So in the earth and everything, there are platelets that move our earth, okay. So we have platelets in the earth that can either shift up or shift down, shift, left or right, or move, together, okay. So they can do this, move here and here, move here, here, and up and down, okay. So I know y'all saying, what is she talking about? Earthquakes, seizures, seizures, earthquakes. How does that correspond? How do we know? The same way that we know that the earth is, shifting, we feel tremors in the ground. Our body feels tremors inside itself. We feel them, okay? Now, you may not know what's going on because you do a little shaking, and it may be really, 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 really slight, and it may be really slow, and you may not know what's happening, okay? And you don't even really notice it yourself, but other people do, okay? You'll notice it if you're holding a glass of water and all of a sudden the water starts moving. You're standing still, but you're looking at the water and it's moving, and you're trying to figure out, why is the water moving and I'm not? Well, you probably are. You're probably moving really, really slow. That is a tremor. Tremors start off slow and then they increase. The more stress you have in your life, the more they increase. Now, does it happen with everyone? No, it does not. It does not. Okay? Now, I found, okay, that when I have a high level of stress in my life, I will have a seizure. Okay? Now, when I was younger, it didn't bother me so much. Okay? But after I had a traumatic experience happen in my life, that was life and death, they started happening more frequent, okay? Because I have excommunicated all the stress out of my life and refused to argue with anybody, to have any type of disagreements, to go into any emotional, high-level stress situation with them. I'm doing pretty good, okay? Yeah, I'm doing better. I'm way better than I was in 2004. Okay, so yeah, experience it. Yes, I did. Okay, found that those high levels are just really ridiculous when it comes to stress and everything. Your body starts moving. There's misfiring in your head. Sometimes you can feel them. You can feel the miscommunication going on in your brain. You know, I say your brain because that's where you feel it at. Okay? There's a neurons in there, and it feels like this. You know, at first, they're slow, and you don't really feel them. Most feel like itchy. My head is itchy. My head is itchy. Okay? That's how it is. That's how it feels. All right? I know you guys are saying, well, how does she know? Well, I told you. I've experienced this before in my entire life. So I know exactly how it feels. Now, what do I feel on the ground? Let's talk about our feet, because you can go from your feet to your head and you can feel things in your body. And when you have that disconnect going on in your neurons in your brain and everything, you can actually feel it in your feet, because it feels like little, okay, I don't know if anybody's ever been electrocuted, but if you've ever seen an experiment where you see two electrical wires being placed together, or even between a magnet and everything, if you move it like this, you can see the little lights of fire going off across the thing. That's how it feels in your feet. That's how it feels in your brain. Okay? Now, when there's a disconnect or a miscommunication there, you'll feel it, but it'll go pew, 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 pew. So you'll have one on one side, and they'll be, instead of going like this towards each other, they're going like this and missing each other. Okay? That's the best way to describe it. I don't know any other way to describe how it feels. All right? But that's the best way that I can describe it. So, yeah. How do we control that? Well, like I said, if you have a stressful situation, stresses in your life, whether it be at home or at work, around friends, or anything like that, you might want to discuss with your family members the fact that you do not want to be in stressful situations. If they want to keep you in a stressful situation, can't get rid of family, unfortunately, but you can walk away. Work. Gotta love work sometimes. Stressful situations do happen at work. Now, how do we do that? How do we combat the stressful situations at work? Well, there's called meetings. Meetings of the mind. Okay? We can communicate. That's what we're doing right now. We're communicating. Okay? And when you communicate how you feel with someone else, if they, on their part, feel that it is not their problem, and I'm talking about, your what are they called? Workmates, the people that you work with. If they feel that it's not their problem, and they're on, same pay grade as you, even if they're a little bit higher, okay? If you're working in a big company, okay, you can go above their head. Now, if you're working in a small company like I was, go to your manager, talk to your manager, let your manager know what's going on. If your manager says, okay, I'll take care of it, all right, and it continues on, go over that manager's head. Yeah, I said it. I sure did. That, person that you go to next, if they can't do anything and they refuse to do anything, there's a thing called EOC, I believe it is, or EEOC. Okay? Go to them. Every company has one. Unless it's a small business. Okay? You can make that complaint to them. And they'll handle it. Trust me, they'll handle it. They need employees. You're an employee. Okay? They are employing you to work on their, job. As long as you have a great working relationship with them and you don't have any type of complaints against you, you should be fine. Okay? You should be fine. Take care of it. Talk about it. Okay? Talk about your complaints. Talk about how you feel. Communicate. That way that everything is being taken care of and you don't have nothing to worry about. All right? Okay, so friends, the lovely friends. You know, you have your real friends and then you have frenemies. My real friends understand. And although they may get on my nerves, excuse me, a little bit, they still know that too much stress in my life is not a good thing. And if I walk away from them for a little while and say, hey, I need a timeout, I'll call you or contact you when I get over what I'm going through. Okay? They will understand. Now, your frenemies, those are the ones that you got to be more concerned about. Okay? I wouldn't worry so much about them because you can mox nix them anytime. Okay? Anytime. Cut them out your life. You don't need those kinds of friends. Okay? I don't know why people want to have frenemies, but, you know, they do. I think there was an old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't want my enemies closer to me. I'm sorry. I don't need that stress. It's just too much. Okay? It's just way too much. So, there it is in a little, pretty little box and everything that we've talked about. I told you that I'm not going to let these series go on long term and everything. But I will get to the point just as quickly as I can. So, with that said, if there's anything here that you heard that you like, hit like or subscribe. If not, you can hit dislike. It's okay. If you'd like to leave a comment, you may leave a comment. If you don't want to leave your comment where everybody else can see it, I understand. Trust me, I do understand. You know, I'm right after I get through with this video, I'm going to do another video that doesn't have anything to do with knowing your body. Okay? So just know that I'm going to talk about something that everybody needs to really know about. Okay? So, anyways, leave your comments, whatever, you know, you want to do. You can leave it up there, or you can send me a private email at livingwithlupusmagazine@gmail.com. My name is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online, and I want you to know that you are not alone in your journey living with lupus. Have a great day.